Greed is a strong and selfish desire for more of something, more, always I want more. More of something is often wealth, power, or possessions than is needed or deserved. Alright, so let's go for it. It involves an excessive and insatiable desire for acquiring and hoarding resources beyond what is necessary for one's well-being. Okay, so there's always a difference between the need and the wants. Right, need is something very essential for living, and want is something more beyond what is needed. Right. So greed can manifest in various aspects of life, and it often leads to negative consequences. Make a note here, dosto. It always often leads to negative consequences for individuals and society. Alright. Let's have some real life examples to illustrate what is greed. Number one, the biggest one is the corporate greed. Okay, Enron scandal, dosto, 2001. Enron, once a highly regarded energy company, collapsed due to corporate greed. Executives engaged in fraudulent accounting practices to inflate the company's financial health artificially. The pursuit of excessive profits at the expense of honesty and ethical conduct led to the loss of jobs, investments, and savings for many people. Okay. Number two is financial greed. 2008, the financial crisis. The financial crisis was fueled by greed, by greed within the housing market. Financial institutions engaged in risky lending practices and created complex financial products to maximize short-term profits. When the housing bubble burst, it triggered a global economic downturn, causing widespread unemployment and financial hardships for millions and millions of people. Number three, dosto, individual greed. Alright, Ponzi schemes. There was a person by name, Bernard. Ponzi scheme discovered in 2008 is a classic example of individual greed. He promised high returns to investors, but instead of investing their money, he used new investors' funds to pay returns to earlier investors. The scheme collapsed, resulting in significant financial losses for many. Number four, resource exploitation. Deforestation and overfishing, those another greed here. Greed can drive the overexploitation of natural resources. In some cases, companies or individuals exploit forests and fisheries without regard for sustainable practices, leading to the environmental degradation, loss of biodiversity, and negative consequences for local communities. Political greed, number five, those the corruption. Political figures who engage in corrupt practices such as embezzlement, bribery, or kickbacks are driven by greed for personal gain. This not only undermines the trust in public institutions but also diverts resources that could be used for the public good. Alright, number six, social inequity, wage disparities. Greed can contribute to widening gaps between the rich and the poor. Some corporate executives may prioritize their own massive salaries and bonuses over fair wages for employees, leading to social unrest and economic inequality. Alright, in conclusion, these examples highlight how greed, when unchecked, can have far-reaching and detrimental consequences on individuals, communities, and entire societies. It often involves a disregard for ethical considerations and the well-being of others in the relentless pursuit of personal gain.